What's up guys, today a new CTGP update has been released, dropping 3 brand new tracks, 2 major updates and 4 minor updates. And I'm extremely excited to record this one because not only the tracks are absolutely amazing as always, but so are the removals. I can't believe that I'm actually saying this right now, but ASDF Course and Resway have both been removed. And this is massive, because this proves that even the worst of the worst tracks that are popular for some reason can be removed. So, I'm just gonna say, I'm just hoping that Melting Mount Amelie will be removed. Like, that's definitely the one that I'm hoping for the most. Well, either way, the third removal is Comet Starway, which I think was a fine track, but I wouldn't really say it was necessary for the track to stay in CTGP, so I'm totally fine with its removal. And yeah, now we're gonna play all the tracks that the CTGP update added, and we're starting off with DS Rainbow Road. Yes, it's real, we finally got DS Rainbow Road in CTGP, and I'm pretty sure that's every DS track, right? I think so. I haven't really looked it up, but I'm pretty sure that we got literally every single track from Mario Kart DS in CTGP. And this, by the way, is ZPL's version of the track. And you might be asking, but what about the loops, since they don't work in Mario Kart Wii? Well, they've replaced the loop sections with just, I guess, different things. In the case of the first loop, it's a ramp, just a normal ramp. And in the case of the second loop, it's like a weird trickable road. It kind of sucks, but it's what it is, Loops don't work in Mario Kart Wii, so they shouldn't be implemented. And that doesn't prevent this remake from being an absolute banger though. I've included this one in my ranking of all the retro tracks, and this one ranked in the top 10. It's that good. This is literally one of the most amazing retro remakes of all time, because ZPL just executed this so insanely well. I'm not even that big of a fan of the original DS Rainbow Road. I think it's a pretty mad track for being a Rainbow Road, you know what I mean? I think the track design is pretty simple for a Rainbow Road track. But ZPL has just executed this remake just perfectly. There's literally no other word to describe this than just perfect. It's so insane. Like, it drives so well. It's really fast paced, which I really like. Since I still would say the track design could be a bit more interesting. But it's simply so fast paced that it doesn't really matter anymore. So it's really great. Yeah, and visually as well, I mean, no surprise, because it's ZPL, He's literally the best custom track creator ever when it comes to the visuals, in my opinion. And this is certainly no exceptions. The visuals here are so freaking mind-blowingly stunning, as always with ZPL. And yeah, just an absolutely amazing remake. Not much more than I can say here, other than that I'm a bit mad that I'm getting blued right now. It's okay. That was on a boost panel, so it's fine. Yeah, also so many effects like these, like spinning star thingies, which is pretty cool. Also, I might die. Anyways. Yeah, this update is so exciting. I can't believe that ASDF Course and Resway actually got removed. Like, I knew that those tracks would be voted out if they were on the poll, but I didn't think that they'd actually put them on polls, since I think both of them are still quite popular. So, yeah, that's definitely great to see though. I'm extremely happy with that. I hate both of them. I mean, I don't really hate them. The only tracks that I hate are Baby Park and Melting Mount Amelie. But they're definitely in my bottom 10 tracks in CTGP. Well, not anymore, since now they're just not in CTGP anymore. But they were. Okay, I'm probably not going to get first here. Actually, maybe? Let's go. We actually got first still. Alright. Yeah, that is it for this beautiful, beautiful remake of DS Rainbow Road. Massive props to ZPL. You did literally a perfect job in every single aspect. So, very much respect for that. And now we're moving on to some new original design tracks, starting off with Bowser's Termination Station. So this is it right here. This is Bowser's Termination Station, and this has been created by the man, the myth, the legend, Squire Turnbolt. Another creator that is just absolutely insane. His track quality is so good. All of his tracks are so unique, and I love the themes and of course the track names. And this is certainly no exception, Bowser's Termination Station. It can't really get much better than that. And yeah, this track is just extremely just extremely interesting. There's so much stuff going on. I love these thrombs, by the way. They look really good. They look just like in Mario Kart 8. Whoever made that thumb texture, props on that. It looks great. And yeah, this track just has a lot of different sections, you know, and the theme is just great. And I think we're like on a Mars-like planet, I guess. It's pretty red. Well, the castles itself are rather blue, but, you know, that's not what the planet is made of. The planet's made of planet, not of castles. I don't know what I'm saying right now. Anyways, great commentary, thanks. Yeah. Just a really interesting track. It obviously drives very well, which is, you know, always the case with Square Turbo's tracks. I don't even know where to begin with this track. There's just so much going on. We got some fire wheels right here. Lots of ramps. Lots of, like, little strats, I guess, which I really like. Okay, we got a TC. It doesn't matter. There's a cannon right there, so that's fine. And here's a little rainbow section, which looks insanely beautiful. I love this rainbow texture. It's so good. I love it. It just looks so great. Whoever made that texture, I don't know if it was Square himself, or if it's just on some video game, I don't know. Whoever made this texture though, yeah, as well, props on that. It looks so good. And yeah, then we get some more castle, which is pretty cool, I guess. Yeah, just a really great track. Also enjoying this GBA Bowser Castle 3 music right now, which is mostly because it's from Wario Land. Anyways, yeah, that's one lap. This is a 2-lap track, by the way. It is pretty long, but it's not as long, you know, it's not that long that it's like annoying to play, you know. It's only, I'm guessing, like 3.5 minutes in a normal worldwide race. So that's totally fine, you know. That is not way too long. I mean, even 4-minute tracks can be good. I mean, look at Glimmer Express Trains. It's a really long track, but it's amazing because it just has a great track design. If a track has a boring track design though, it really shouldn't be long. I mean, just look at N64 Rainbow Road in, you know, the original game, Mario Kart 64. It's so boring because it's so long, but the track design is just not interesting, you know? Well, anyways, this track definitely isn't like that. This track has such an amazing track design. It's really interesting. It's very fun to drive. It looks beautiful visually, changes up the visuals as well a lot, which is great. That's always important, since some tracks, even though they have great track designs, can feel boring just because they don't change up the visuals. Like, for example, GCN Wario Coliseum, you know? That's like the prime example of a track being boring because it doesn't change up the visuals. But I mean, this track does so that's amazing, you know? This track is just pretty much perfect. Really, nothing that I can complain about here. I wouldn't say it's the best of the best because there are some tracks that are just so insanely good driving-wise that they just destroy everything else. But this track is definitely just an absolute banger. Super happy that it's in CTGP now. Really hoping to see more tracks by Square Turnbolt. And yeah, now we're moving on to our last brand new track, which is Obstagoon's Palace. Say hello to Obstagoon's Palace. This is it right here. This has been created by SpyKid, who's just an absolute OG creator. I mean, SpyKid has been, I think he's been creating tracks for more than a decade, which is crazy. And he's still doing it, and he's still amazing at it, you know? I gotta say, Superstar Dystopia, I've significantly underrated that track in my CTGP 2021 ranking. I'd say it definitely places much higher than just like 10th today, you know? It's just an amazing track, and this is definitely the case with this track as well. Like, I don't know if it's better than Superstar Dystopia. Oh, I just fell off. I did not see that. But this track nonetheless is just so amazing. The visuals here are beautiful. Really loving this visual style. It's pretty unique. It's not like the typical visual style that you see on a lot of custom tracks, you know? I feel like many track creators are moving towards either like a ZPL kind of style or a Square Turnbolt kind of style. But this style is like completely different, you know? I don't know how to explain it, but it just has like its own vibe, I guess, which is really amazing. And yeah, this interestingly enough has Peach Gardens music, which I guess makes sense, but it's also a castle, so it's kind of weird. Well, anyways. Yeah, this track is, by the way, based after Obstagoon right there, which is a Pokemon. And it actually got Funky Kong's animations, which I find hilarious. He's just like doing the little Funky Kong dance. That's so funny. And yeah, you got a bit of an underwater section here, which just looks stunning. Yeah, this entire track visually amazing, super fun driving wise. Yeah, just a great track overall. Probably my favorite this update, I'd say. Maybe, I don't know. Well, either way, really nothing that I can complain about here. This track is just so freaking strong. Huge props to SpyKid, huge props to every single creator that's even mentioned in this video. Well, except if I mention like Gilmon, the creator of ASDF course. Nah, I'm sure if he was creating tracks today, they'd probably be good, you know? Just ASDF course is not great, man. Well, anyways, this track has 3 laps, by the way. It's also a fairly long track, but yet again, it just has a really great and interesting track design, which means that it's okay that the track is long. Also, I really like these like white fireballs. They look really cool. Generally loving this like black, white, but also like blue and greenish visual style. It's really unique. Yeah, just an amazing track, man. Nothing else I can say here. Loving the theme as well. It's like a water kind of garden, kind of castle, you know? You don't really see that a lot. So cool. And there's also quite some shortcuts, of course. There's a shortcut right there, which is always amazing. I love shortcuts. Literally, like, every single one of my favorite tracks in Mario Kart and in CTGP has lots of shortcuts. And that says something, you know? If a track has, like, no shortcuts, it's almost impossible for the track to rank, like, amongst my favorites. Because I just care so much about shortcuts. That's why I love, like, Glimmer Express Trains and Banished Keep and Sahara Hideout so much. They got shortcuts. And yeah, we are quickly approaching the end, taking the last couple turns here. And that concludes all the brand new tracks. They're all just absolute bangers. Nothing else that can be said here. Every single one of these tracks is just so incredibly strong. And definitely deserves to stay in CTGP for a very long time, that's for sure. And up next, we're moving on to the 2 major updates. As per usual, they are retro tracks, and we're starting off with a new remake of GBA Ribbon Road. Here we have another track that has been included in my retro ranking, GBA Ribbon Road by Gabriella. Just an absolutely incredible remake. It's obviously based mostly on the Mario Kart 8 version, both when it comes to the track design and the visuals. There is some exceptions, however, interestingly enough. And we're gonna get to that in a second. But yeah, this remake is so beautiful. The visuals are stunning as always. There's just so much decoration. I love that. It's just like a Mario Kart 8. Also, this kind of sucks. It actually got the GBA Battle Course 3 music now. And I've never really cared about updating this music for my music pack. So it's just like a really whack song from Mario Galaxy. And there's no 3-lap version, I mean final lap version, so, well, that kind of sucks. But I guess I'm just gonna switch it up with, you know, the music for Block Plaza, since it's only used for this track. So yeah, anyways, speaking about the blue section that we're currently driving on, it has been completely changed. It's much more similar to the GBA version of the track. It's not really a lot like the Mario Kart 8 version. Well, it kind of is still, when it comes to the visuals and when it comes to the shortcuts, but there's definitely quite some stuff that has been changed there to make it play much better in Mario Kart Wii, which wasn't the case for the old version of this track. There was quite janky, I'd say. Also, we get these Mecha Koopas. Yeah, just an amazing remake. Nothing else that can be said here. There's some really great shortcuts here. There's a shortcut where you can bounce off like a baby booster, which I want to try now. I've never tried it before, so I want to try it now. Okay. That backfired. Anyways, yeah, we also got a bit of wavy road at least. It's sadly impossible to make this entire section wavy road. I mean, why am I saying sadly? I mean, it's probably possible in some way. It just wouldn't drive well. So yeah, I'm happy that it is, you know, the way that it is now. Some things just aren't possible to exactly recreate in Mario Kart Wii. And, you know, that makes it especially great to see that some CT creators go out of their way to somehow make the track even better than the original version by just changing up the design completely. Kind of like Nintendo did it with, you know, the GBA remakes in Mario Kart 8. And yeah, we are approaching the end. That is GBA Ribbon Road. It's so much better than the old version, by the way. I didn't like the old version at all. It was one of my least favorite GBA tracks in CTGP. but now it's extremely good. Now it's one of the best, you know? So yeah, huge props to Gabriella. And now we're moving on to the other major update, which is another retro remake, and it's Squires Turnbull's version of Rosalina's Ice World. So there it is, yet another Squire Turnbull track in this video. It's just really great to see. And yeah, I mean, what can I say here? The main thing that this, that this track benefits from having a new version is that it's simply less jank, you know? This track feels much more normal now. In Mario Kart 7, it's okay because there's no wheelies, but in Mario Kart Wii, the tracks need to be pretty well made to not be jank, because there's wheelies, you know? When you do a wheelie here, on most tracks, it would be pretty common for you to just get like a million realignments. But Squire Turnbull just remade this track extremely well, so that it doesn't do that anymore. Visually, I gotta say, while the visuals here are much more high quality, I personally prefer the more like dark blue visual style of, the version by, who made it again? Atlas? Was it Atlas? I'm not sure. Well, either way, I prefer the visual style of the old version in CTGP. Over this version is like more light, like orangey visual style, I guess. But, I mean, they still look amazing though. They are so high quality, you know? The textures just look really good. And yeah, this section especially is much better. These half pipes actually work. And this road doesn't give you that many realignments, you know? It's just great, you know? It's so optimized. Love it. That's definitely gonna make this track much less jank. This underwater section looks stunning, by the way. I love this. Squire Turnbull is so good at making underwater sections. I don't know how he does that. And this, by the way, isn't Slippery Road anymore, which is insanely amazing. This was the section that I actually found the most annoying because I don't like Slippery Road at all. So it's great that it's, no longer Slippery Road, you know? So yeah, overall this is just a huge improvement. I do still wish that this track was more like dark, because I feel like that fits Rosalina's Ice World best. But otherwise, like, this is definitely a massive improvement on the old version at CTGP. So I'm extremely happy with this, for sure. Also, what was that? Well, anyways, yeah. Literally, nothing that I can complain about here. By the way, we got some Cheeps now instead of penguins. I feel like penguins fit better, but the penguins in the old version were kind of weird. So, I can't complain about that. Well, anyways. We're slowly approaching the end, once again, of this beautiful, beautiful remake of Rosalina's Ice World, or Rosalina's Snow World. That's its CTGP name. And yeah, that is it for the major updates. Now we're gonna move on to all the minor updates. As always, I'll be skipping the ones that were only like bug fixes and stuff, so yeah, keep that in mind. So here's our first minor update. It's N64 Calamari Desert. So far it looks literally the same. I can't notice any difference. I'm guessing that this track probably only got like a bug fix update. Well, maybe they nerfed some shortcuts. That could be the case. But I can't imagine this track having gotten many changes. Actually, it's the minimap. Yeah, I've seen this in ZPL's news video. They've changed the minimap so that it doesn't look like trash anymore. I actually kind of liked it, but I also kind of didn't like it. So, I think it's good that the minimap is more simple now. And yeah, I think this is the only change to this track, so if that's the case, we'll move on to the next minor update, which is GCN Sherbert Land. Guys, it's real. We got GCN Sherbert Land version 420. This is literally the best news of the entire update, you know? Okay, so let's be real. I don't know what they changed here in this update. But it's, it's version 420, so that's the only thing that matters, Well, I guess we'll see. Again, if there's no changes that I'm noticing, then we'll just move on to the next minor update, which in that case is gonna be... What even is it? I think it's Daisy's Palace. Alright, here you have Daisy's Palace, and the only change that I'm aware of for this track is that they've removed... I mean not removed, but nerfed the shortcut at the end by putting a fence there. So... yeah, I think that's the only major change here. We'll see though. Actually, it might be darker. It actually does look kind of darker, to be honest. Maybe that's just me. yeah, I guess driving-wise, it's only the ending shortcut. What you can see now, there's a massive fence right there. So you can't take as big of a shortcut anymore. Which I think is pretty good, since that used to be quite broken. And yeah, I'm not noticing any other changes here, so we'll just be moving on to the last track of the video, which is gonna be Dark Matter Shrine. So funnily enough, this is actually the only track in this update that I'm actually not excited that it got updated, because, I mean, not because of the update itself, but rather because one of my gold stars is now gone. That's the first time that one of my gold stars has been removed, so, you know, I'm kind of scared because the new gold star here might be pretty difficult. Well, anyways, I think the update just adds like a couple shortcuts, and I'm guessing probably also makes the track a bit smoother. Also, I just felt that's fun. Anyways, it doesn't really matter that much. Yeah, we got a new shortcut right there. I'm guessing it's off-road. Yeah, it is. But it's actually not that slow. Wait, is that actually faster? I'm not sure. I don't think it is, but it might be pretty close, to be honest. I don't think it's that much slower. That's really interesting, yeah. I think that's pretty much all this track does. It still feels pretty much the same. But I'm definitely looking forward to see some new strats here. The old Shroomstar used to be right here. But the new Shroomstar is definitely going to be somewhere else, that's for sure. And yeah, otherwise this track looks and feels the same, which is good, because I actually like Dark Matter Shrine. I think it's a great track. So yeah, I'm happy about that. Let's try to do this again. Come on. Nope, that's not gonna make it. Oh, it is! Damn. I'm too good. Either way, yeah. Pretty happy with this, except for the fact that one of my goals is not gone. It sucks. Also, I want to take the other shortcut, so I'm gonna do that lap 3. Oh yeah, and by the way, for all the removed gold stars, there's now a playlist. So, you know, there you can still view them. They are, however, removed from the regular Road to 30 Gold Stars playlist, since they don't really count as a regular episode anymore. Since otherwise we'd have more than 250 episodes, you know, which would kind of not make sense, you know? So, yeah. Also, I just got target blue. That's fun. Anyways, yeah. This means that I now only have 20 official gold stars. I actually have more than that, but those videos simply haven't been uploaded yet. Also, this definitely isn't worth it, Troomless. Yeah, great shortcut. Anyways, yeah. I'm now down to 20 released Gold Star episodes on top of the ones that I've already done but haven't been released yet. Dark Matter Shrine is officially not an active Gold Star anymore, which sucks. But it is what it is. And yeah, we are approaching the end, and that is it for the CTGP update. This was definitely one of the strongest CTGP updates this year, if not of all time, you know? I don't know what the strongest CTGP update ever was, but I'd say that this one definitely gets very close to that. And yeah, that is basically it for this video. Let me know in the comments what's your favorite track from this update. Feel free to like and subscribe, and as always, join that Discord server. And I hope that you guys are having a wonderful day, and I will see you guys in the next video. And as always, enjoy Wario on drugs.